Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Have I got a great recipe for you today? Okay, so here are the ingredients that you're going to need to make the roasted turkey, which is what we're going to be doing today. Now, I'm only going to be roasting the flat. This is the flat part of the turkey because they didn't have any, the drum wings. They didn't have that. So I'm doing the flat part of the turkey as well as the little wing clips. Okay, I'll be roasting that. I haven't made up my mind as to whether or not I'm going to I know on some of them it'll be straight roasted. Some of them I may gravy up. Reason why I'll do it that way is because my girls like the crispness that they get from the turkey flats when they're cooked or when they're roasted. I like that, but I like them roasted because I like the flavor of them being roasted, but I don't necessarily like the crispness. I'd like mine a little bit softer to the palate. So while theirs will be a little bit of crunch in it, mine probably won't. But I haven't made up my mind that far, so I'll worry about that step when I get to it. I'm gonna clip this off right here on the end because I didn't see it, and that really shouldn't be. There you go. And it's off. Okay, now these have already been washed and I paper towel dried them. Okay, now I'm going to put on some olive oil, and the olive oil helps to give it the tone that you need in order to get it roasted, you know, to a pretty color. So I'm going to need that. I'm going to use a little bit of poultry seasoning along with, this is roasted garlic, rosemary, and sea salt. But this is a very good ingredient. I got it at Ross. If you should be over that way, you can try Ross, TJ Maxx, any of your stores like that. You can probably find this. In the back, they have that gourmet spices, and that's normally where I get all my spices from. And this is some turkey rub. So I'm going to use a little bit of this as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, that's going to be about a teaspoon and a half. This one is about the same. Even though I'm using a kitchen tablespoon, I'm not filling it all the way up. And with the poultry seasoning, you don't want it to dominate the taste. So you just want to make sure that you put just enough for you to get the hint of that roasted flavor. But you don't want to dominate the other seasonings that you're going to be using. Now here I have a pan with a rack in it. Why do I have the rack? You don't get a lot of oils from your turkey, from roasting turkey, but I don't even want that oil. I'm going to drain it, you know, afterwards, and just keep, if I decide to go ahead and put the little bit of gravy on some of them, I'm going to drain off the grease and then just use that to make up whatever granules I have left in the bottom. I'll use that to help to make my gravy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pour in some olive oil. And what I want to do with the olive oil, and that's about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. Now the olive oil actually helps your seasonings to stick, and it tones it. So this will give me a pretty color, and this will help my seasoning that I'm going to be putting on here to actually stick. Now once I get all of that saturated all over, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my seasoning. Okay, so I'm putting my seasonings all on. And then I'm going to make sure that I get it all over my meat. Now you see how the seasonings, that's just my oven letting me know that it's ready. So you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to cook this without a cover. So you're going to cook it just like you would cook your turkey. It's going to be oven open roasted. Okay? So as you can see, you see how my actual seasonings, they adhere to the turkey. And the reason why it did that is because I had a little bit more, and I want to make sure that I get it off. Is because I have that oil on it. So those the seasonings is gonna stick to the actual turkey part, front and back. So want to make sure that you get all of that in. Now this is a quick and easy step. Gonna cook roughly about 2.5 hours. That's really all of the cooking. And it's gonna slow roast in that oven. So if you have something else that you're cooking, then you can just go ahead and get whatever else you're going to be cooking. You can go ahead while this is roasting off, and you can put it into, you can go ahead and cook it. So I got a few little clips here. I don't know those. Put this in. Put that there. I got one more, so I'm sticking here. Okay, so this is all ready to go in my oven. I'm gonna stick it in my oven, 350 degrees. Let it cook for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. I will check it midway through, and I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like at that point. So that's the way you do your oven roasted turkey pops. You're gonna do it just like you're gonna do your turkey if you were cooking it at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. And this is gonna go along with my dinner. So I'll go ahead and put this in the oven, and I'll be back midway through and show you what it looks like. Be back. Okay, now I'm back, and it's cooked a little bit longer than. There you go. Take a look at it. It went a little bit longer than the hour. I was supposed to bring you back an hour and show you what it looks like. But it went a little bit longer than an hour. And this is how they like it. And I might just go with this. Okay? What I'm going to do is, it can be just a little bit more tender. Yeah. I'm going to get it just a little bit more tender. Maybe about another 35 minutes. I'm going to put a piece of aluminum foil over here now because I don't want it to get any darker. This color is fine. I'm just going to put a piece of foil over it so it can continue to bake. And then I'll bring you back because even though, see, I want to be able to clearly twist my fork and pull it up. So it needs about 30-35 more minutes of cooking. So I'm going to put it back in the oven, cook it for another 35 minutes, and I'll bring you back when this is completed. But this is as far as we'll take it, just like it looks right now. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to take it out of the oven. I'll let you see it. There you go. And what I didn't do is I'm not going to put the gravy to it. I'm just going to leave it as is. And all I want to do was to be able to, oh, see how tender it is now? See? That is super tender, see? Super tender. Look. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dish you up a plate. Sorry about that, but I had to move that back. So I made cornbread, which I've already put on the plate. And I made some black-eyed peas. And then this is delish. I have some ham pieces and some smoked neck bones in these black-eyed peas. And then I made, of course, I made the turkey flats, which I'm just going to go ahead and stick one down on the side of this. And to top that all off, There you go. To top that off, my granddaughter is making banana pudding. So you know that in about 30 minutes after we eat this, everybody gonna have to take a nap. But this is a real good meal. I think if you try it, you are truly going to enjoy it. Chris is making cornbread, always from scratch, black-eyed peas with some ham pieces and some smoked meat in it, and I'm making some baked turkey flats. All right, that's a fantastic meal. Just wanted to show you what I was having today. And I'm going to top it off with my banana pudding made by my granddaughter. And as always, thank you for watching. Chris cooked for you too. Bye. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Chris Cook for You Too. And don't forget to share this video. Bye.